stream, just doing another arena game on the Arena Season 7 of BGA. So I'll jump right over the game board. We've got a game already. Break down the setup here. I'm actually in first seat, so I need to pick pretty quickly. Sorry, we're playing, I don't know if I said base map earlier. If I did, that's incorrect. This is, of course, the Fjords map with landscapes on. So what are we missing here? We're missing the spade, missing 2 workers. We're missing the ship VP. Round 6 temples is sort of good for chaos, can be okay for swarmlings. It's usually not very good for anyone, I find, really. It's kind of harder to score here. This track is kind of like speaks chaos darklings, swarmlings. Not a huge fan of swarmlings. This is actually an okay darklings track, really. They can actually dig a couple of times in round 3. They just expand in through here. They don't hit the track too well towards the end, but this stuff's okay for them. In first seat, we're getting a bunch of coins. Maybe we get temp ship. If no one else wants it, so it's probably just a bunch of coins. I could throw in darklings in first seat. Is there anything else I'd rather do here? So we'll just throw in darklings. I'm fairly comfortable with them. I am just going to quickly take a look at some of these other opponents here. See who we've got. I believe this. Oh, I thought this player was more highly rated. Okay. This person's, wow, 590 rated after 12 games. Oops. Maybe someone's alt. This one's also fairly new. This is an interesting profile. This is an alt. They've just jumped in and joined Arena, and they've been beating a lot of people. Oh, I've played against them once. And did quite poorly. Alright. Cool. So, what can we talk about on Fjords? I've actually been enjoying Darklings quite a bit these days on Fjords. Played a few games recently, having some good fun. Engineers, I've discovered, are quite tricky. Witches are always good. With a priest to air in round 1, witches can catch this cult spade, possibly with air 2 in the temple. So that's quite strong. What else are we missing here? We're missing the big buildings, so swarmlings are not as good here. We're missing the ship VP, so dwarves and fakirs are a bit better. Darklings also like not having the ship VP in, and they like having temp ship in. There's actually some good stuff here with Darklings. There's no spade, but there is a priest. There's temp ship, but no ship VP. I think those are all pretty good, and there's a decent amount of coins. I'd rather the big building bonus and no TP bond, but that's pretty much the only thing I would change here if I was trying to design like the perfect Darkling setup. Because again, we're missing big building, we're missing the spade, and we're missing ship VP. Yeah. And the track is like fine. Some people will also look at a track like this and say round 6 is hard for people to score points. Therefore, factions that have inherent scoring have a slight of an edge. So that's another way you can look at it, which is true for witches and darklings. They have a way to score points when other people struggle. So although it's not like an amazing setup for darklings, just looking at them as a faction, like isolated, if you compare them relative to other factions that are all trying to deal with the same setup, darklings are actually kind of okay here. They have a very underwhelming pass tile in round 1. There's nothing interesting they can do with cult coins. They'd love to get a priest in first seat, but I doubt that's going to happen. It would involve someone taking temp ship and someone taking one of the coins tiles in seat 2. So let's look at the color wheel. So witches have an annoying color neighbor. Nomads are over here. and Darklings. I think it's probably just Darklings, actually. So I don't tend to bid Darklings as though they're the highest rated faction on Fjords that often, but I think here it's actually possibly correct. Nomads are just very strong on this map though as well. Yeah. So I guess Engineers are probably the 30 faction. I think so. Witches probably start F3, F8, and they just get to fly here in the next, like in round 2, if they can get out a stronghold. That can be quite challenging, but that would be the dream. So yeah, I'll just take some points here. I'm also interested in Nomads here. Engineers take worker power. So that pretty much locks up double dig for them. Nomads might take Tempship, but I think they probably just take a priest. They send it to fire, perhaps to earth. Witches, I suppose, do take Tempship, if Nomads don't take it. And Darklings just get coins. If Witches don't get Tempship, they just get a priest to air, which seems fine. So everyone gets a okay path. Well, Engineers and Witches get decent path styles here, which is fair. They're the ones that have color neighbors. Nothing wrong with a priest to fire for Nomads, but it's not explosive in round 1 for them. Bit on Darklings again. Where are starting positions? Engineers, Nomads, Darklings. Nomads probably again. Darklings actually have some pressure because they want this X and this X. And if Witches are here, they might take this. And if Nomads are here, they might take this. It's quite annoying for them. Yeah, I'm jumping over to Nomads here, 100%. I think Witches are probably fine as well. To bid on at least a point or so. Yeah, so Christy's saying it's about a 6-point evaluation. I think that's probably right. But I think I like Nomads at this price better than Darklings at that price. So who gets the spades? Double dig? Predict starting locations. So I think Engineers start D1. I think Witches' first dwelling is F8, Engineers go E8 and D1, and then Witches go F3. If Engineers go G4, Witches are still fine with F3, and Witches just dig all this stuff. So Witches either dig this, or they dig this stuff. So Engineers doesn't get in Witches' way over here, but Witches gets in Engineers' way a lot. Witches doesn't have to start here. They probably just fly over here and it's not really contested by anyone. Maybe it's contested by round 3 Darklings that get cut off by Nomads. But I think Witches can start here and get this hex later. I think that's what I would do. The problem is opening with a temple. So you probably take Tempship. So it makes actually starting F5 kind of annoying if you start with Tempship. That is the annoying thing about Witches. If you end up on Tempship, you really just want this stuff. But then you're giving this up to Engineers. So I'm not sure with witches. Do you start F3? I suppose you do take temp ship. And you just singles. Oh no, okay. So what do you do as witches here? Because of course engineers are here. I think you want to try to take this stuff. So I think you start F3, F8 as witches. I think you ship over here on temp ship, and I think you take single spade, and you open temple 3 dwellings. And you just use your ship range once, and it's slightly sad. Getting a stronghold in round 2 is really tricky because you need a worker's action. Sometimes you go to C8 instead of double west. Yeah, there's certainly C8. There's certainly I think I'm okay with a tick off darklings here. Yeah, and I've actually seen some people do some like temp ship stuff up here, which is like a single spade opens up 2 dwellings. Looks good this game. Yeah. Engineers also just get double dig here, but they don't have anything else going for them. I think everything else just needs to come down. I think I'm happy with Darkling, paying a lot for Darklings here. C8 is usually if red is in the game. Interesting. I don't entirely understand that correlation, but I certainly trust your judgment on that, Smoo. I'm just trying to piece that together. You like C8 because NGs will neighbor up on D5. Right. So it's a bit anti-engineer and it's a bit pro-darklings. I don't know how to play tall engineer Stranged, but yeah, that's probably what you're supposed to do. Or you can just overbid the factions you know how to play really well. I guess, but get your stronghold out in round 4 and do bridge stuff. Or which is just not that bad actually with engineers in, or are they still pretty annoying or still pretty bad? Can I open temple into stronghold? You'd need a coins action. You'd need a worker's action to get a stronghold out the next round. You would need 6 coins. You'd need to pass on to 6 coins and open round 2 with a worker's action. Could be stronghold 4 dwelling. Yeah, it's the other way to do it. And just hope you get a coins action. So you start here and here, you build a stronghold, you fly with the stronghold to here, and you go here and here. You start on temp ship, and you pass on to coins, and you build a temple. So it's a lot of this stuff in reverse. Oh, what happens? We have a game? Alright, I'm just going on F8. One more second, and then I'm done. Okay. What pass tile is Nomad's taking? I would assume it goes worker power, priest. I take temp ship. So stronghold 4 dwellings actually the play here. I don't know. Or a temple and a single spade for 2 dwellings. Oh, whoa. Engineers just went G4. Oh, so I super just go F3, and this is like really nice, right? Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I think this is like a good solid break for us. Go team. Well done, everyone. Oh yeah, we get the priest. If nomads take temp ship. That would be sick. And then we just open temple and send a priest to air, and we probably take a single spade and get a cult spade. That's super fine too. So you guys are talking that nomads could take temp ship and try to get double dig, assuming that they get a power from Darklings and a power from me. I see. Yeah, that's quite the gamble. Seems like a gamble. Okay, here it is. Engineers, worker power. A couple of these players are also fairly new, so we can't expect they're always going to do what we think. But they took worker power. It's good. Huh. Okay, I have to decide between priest and temp ship? I guess it's just temp ship. And I just take the workers. Oh, right, because I'm in second seat, so I can snap up them workers right away. Let's go. Is everyone happy with this? You're happy. So you like that over the priest to air, eh? It's also always nice to worker block. Alright, this is just autopilot. Sorry, I need to open the window here. Someone click the buttons for me. We know what my next 6 moves are going to be, so. Well, actually, where's my stronghold go? I guess it goes on F8, and then it bridges to G9, so I'm supposed to think more like Rainier and actually put his structures not just where it gets you the most leech in the short term, but where you can actually found towns later. F3, F4. F3, F4, D1. Yeah, it super does. That looks like a nice sanctuary town, no fuss. F3, E4, D1. Yeah. I didn't even know it was an error until you pointed it out. Because I was like, oh yeah, these hexes. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I honestly didn't see this, but I mean, I don't know, it seems fine. Another priest from Darklings. Alright. So we're just gonna go here. And yeah, I mean, Darklings I guess might double dig this, which is kind of annoying. But so I'm basically gonna rush a stronghold here and then fly to F5. Super know what Darklings are gonna do. I guess they were gonna convert 3 power to a worker anyhow, so why not take a priest out of the round and make your round longer? Or something? I don't know if they want a round or long, but sometimes there's an argument for just taking a priest out of the round. So with this opening, it's very strong. It's got great worker production. Doesn't really hit the track very well. That's okay though. The only thing we care about right now are coins. So we just want a coins action. So Engineers has not taken double dig. And Darklings took Earth 1. People not know that I'm just going Stronghold here? Didn't I reveal my hand in 2 seconds when I just snapped up them workers? I'm surprised about these Earth 1 takes. Now Nomads can just double dig. Whoa. Calm down, people. You can take Earth 1 literally anytime this game that you want. Oh, that's juicy. Yeah, give me that leech. Thank you, NG. Yeah, I'm surprised with Christie. Like, you think this would be a pretty clean Earth 2 for Darklings, right? Aren't they pretty worried about, like, workers next round? Really don't know. Priest to Earth. Alright. Strange. Hey man, downstream Earth coins. Uh, yeah. Well, not building dwellings in round one as Darklings and not getting a workers action in round one as Darklings is very hurts a lot. As much as you cry about coins for most of the game as Darklings, being worker starved is actually slightly worse. It's more painful because Darklings want to build so damn tall, and getting that worker production, like, you know, workers really are the backbone of your economy, and like, um, yeah, so like you need with Darklings, you need some workers and like injected into your economy somewhere, right? You don't necessarily see them on hand because you may have already invested them in other structures, and that's fine. But like Priest of Fire, this event, that's some workers. You hit the big building tile in round 1 or 2, those are workers. You got action 3, those are workers. What do we see here? This isn't round 1, Priest of Fire, Fire 1 for workers. Darklings didn't get action 3. They didn't start on the big building bonus. They didn't start on 3 power 1 worker. They didn't yet. They will now, I guess. But they're just so worker starved. Like, they have no access to workers really here anywhere. The only thing they have going for them, I guess, is they just have a ton of leech. Which is actually quite surprising. They've gotten 1, 2, 2, 4, 6. Oh, 7, 8 from me, and then 9. Yeah, they've gotten just like a lot of leech. Anyhow, they've just gotten a lot of leech. So that's helpful. I don't know about this. I guess this priest is okay here. It would be okay if they had Earth 2, possibly. I guess the thing is they just get to take a workers action next round. Whoa, they're not even building a dwelling in round 1. They're passing for 7 coins, they're taking a workers action, they're getting a sanctuary, and then converting 3 more power into a worker. So they end round 2 with sanctuary, 2 dwellings, and then they have workers going into round 3. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I have no idea. I'm just building this. Dwelling bonus seems okay if I can get it. Priest is cool. But yeah, dwellings just seems much better. Priest is interesting. Priest to air is still actually pretty good. It gives me some power that I need. I'll have probably a pretty short round. Probably just flying to here. I don't think I get a coins action, although it's a weird world where I get a coins action. Because Darklings really just wants workers, and Nomads want spades, and Engineers, I guess, have power for a coins action, but probably also just want maybe spades. I don't know. This is a nice opening for Engineers, though. If this were Earth 2. It's really nice. Temple, TP, 2 dwelling. Okay, so I just get the... I just want the dwelling scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just get 5 points and 3 coins. Cool. Oh, workers, okay. Darklings, I don't think can afford to take coins. Yeah. And Engineers, I guess, probably just take coins, although... I don't know what they do. They might just want more spades here. Eating too many Starburst. Yeah, nomads took workers. Yep, fair enough, Smoo. So that's it's tall, but it's okay. So they took coins. Okay, so engineers did take coins. I think I really just want to save my resources for coins action. A priest doesn't do much for me. Ugh. So I'm just gonna fly, and I might fly and pass. I might hard dig down another dwelling. Think about it. This seems totally fine. Coins would have meant a temple this round. Um, oh, Darklings are just foregoing Sanctuary. Ugh. This is pretty rough. E4 super is under threat, yeah. So if I hard dig this round, I lose 2 points I would have gotten next round, but I get an extra worker production. And I get a point. So I lose 2 points and gain a point. So that nets out to me losing a point and I get a resource. So hard digging is totally fine here. In other words, I'm digging E4, if you didn't gather that. And then I just build a temple on E4, probably next round. Whoa, engineers built a sanctuary. Not sure what it's for. Earth 2, I would expect. Yeah, I don't think that's a very good move for engineers to build a sanctuary. Fire 2. Alright. Cool. Let's just do this. Because Nomad's tax. Double hard digging E5 next round seems really cool. If someone would let me do that. I don't imagine Nomads will, but... Yeah, it's Fire 2. Yeah, I think this person's just like trying to figure out the game. So, yeah. I teach quite a few people how to play Terra Mystica, and people, like, I think they, when they're first learning, like, they don't get a sense of how many favor tiles they're going to take throughout the game. So they just think, like, this is sort of your chance to take Fire 2. Like, oh, there's going to be some utility in this ability. I want this ability attached to my, like, attached to my faction. And, like, so that, you know, they build a temple or a sanctuary, and they just, like, grab Fire 2 because it's, like, something that they want associated with their game. I don't think it dawns on them, and it's just like you can just like build a temple whenever for it, and you just have to, you know, make sure you don't get Fire 2 blocked. But like basically, you can always have a copy of Fire 2 if you want one. But yeah, I see this quite a bit with like newer players, just like grab Fire 2 really early. I've seen people take it as their first favor. You explain what they all do, and you're like, oh, that seems really handy. Like this helps me make towns better quicker. Cool, I'll have a copy of that. And then it comes with a free worker, so. I don't know. I've just like taught enough new people that like I can see someone kind of doing that. But yeah, it's certainly not good. I think for engineers here, they probably just want uh, better economy. There's lots of coins in the game. Like Earth 2 is probably, I mean, that's sort of the boring choice. It's what everyone sort of takes, but like I just think it makes a lot of sense here for engineers just to take Earth 2. And probably if you're newer, like I would just ignore this track event. I would have just built a second temple and taken Earth 2. And if you want a sanctuary, you can build it in 4. So I think we're super just passing for 6 coins, and then we either take a coins action again, or we might just take double dig. We will see. So I'm going to pass, get 6 points, which is always nice. Grab some coins, and back in a jiffy. Smooth, you remember in your first game of TM, you took Fire 3 in round 1 for 2 workers. It's funny, yeah. I don't really remember my first game of Terra Mystica. But I think I was the Alchemists. When I was learning tabletop, I was learning with a friend of mine and my wife who all learned together. Like we all played our first game together. So we didn't have anyone there who could show us. So we were just like reading through the rule books and trying to understand indirect adjacency and shipping, and we had it all wrong the first couple games and stuff. But I remember that like I would just pick a faction, and then like every time they would go to play, like my wife was like, oh, I want to try this other one, like give me chaos or dwarf. Like she was always wanting to do something new, and I just like wanted the same one, which is very much my personality. So I just like played alchemists forever, and then I think I like played chaos magicians, and then was just like would only play chaos magicians for like a long time, just like tabletop. I quit after 4 rounds, and then oh gosh, Fire 3 for 2 workers for our round 2 hard dig. Yep. So Darklings, what are Darklings up to? Do they just delay their SA till 4 at this point? So they just take more coins and they just get workers coming back to them? And when someone takes coins, is it worth it for me to take double dig? Like other than it spends the power that I would then have on hand to take a future coins action, it's like it's no worse than hard digging, right? Because if you hard dig, you're converting your power to coins, and so I can just convert my power to spades and keep my workers flexible, and it just takes double dig out of the game. So intuitively here, I feel like if I get coin blocked, then I'm just supposed to take double dig, and e5 is interesting. It means I don't need to build a sanctuary. And, I mean, do I really want to build a sanctuary? Uh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have enough to double dig, build a dwelling, and get out a temple this round. And then I have no coins and no power. And then I fly to like, I don't know, B4 or something. I don't know. You guys can tell me if you hate this. I think it's kind of cool. Not sure if cool is what we're going for, but you know. Oh no, I am a little short. Sorry, I need a leech. Or I can convert a worker. We'll see if this helps with network at all. There's the other thing, right? Like, engineers aren't connecting and nomads are down a structure. Chickens, can you weigh in on this E5 decision? Deranged, who else is here that's incredibly opinionated? Smooth. Oh, you love it. Wow, okay. I thought it was like some streams, like everything I do, everyone's like, that's trash, that's garbage. Seems good? Damn. I need to start doing things that I don't think are that good and then not do things. I need to do things that I think are not that good more often and stop doing things that I think that are good. Because the other thing happens too sometimes where I'm like, look at what I did, guys. I did this thing. I built a building, got a favorite tile and all this stuff. And everyone's like, oh, it's garbage. Why did you do that? It's trash. And anyhow. I think I just super want a temple. You don't win a lot of games here. Approval may not be something I should seek. I win games by accident, generally. I just play a lot of them, and then eventually people just give me everything, and then I win those. Why am I building a temple on E4? Because temple, I need a temple eventually. Water 1 seems good. I'm out of dwellings, and I need to start building trading posts. Is Weber soft? What does that mean? Are you referring to like volume wise, like, or am I like I've gone soft? Like I used to be more hardcore, but now I'm like a chicken shit? Or have I always been soft? Volume wise. Oh. I can always turn you up. Yeah, I'm not peeking into the L's that often. Here, how's this? Hello, hello. Test, test. Oh, yeah. It probably was. I did have my volume down because I was streaming with Deranged earlier. Yeah, Deranged. I feel that. It's, you mean it might be onto something. Okay. Idea. What if we town this round? Because I need somewhere to fly. I could just build a trading post, do another hard dig, and plop a dwelling on D1 and call it a day. 3 shipping at some point. Yeah, there's lots of time for shipping. But yes, I do need priest production for shipping. Yeah, I think it's a coin town. A ship town doesn't actually do anything for me economically like snowball-y, right? It's just paying my future debts. But it's not like stuff I can spend on things now. I kind of do just like a temple though. I think I just want a temple, guys. Don't look. Are we cool? Don't at me. I don't know. That's like the most generic move. I'm out of stuff to do, so I'm just building a temple for water 1. And then I'm going to fly to C2 and build a town where I'll never have any neighbors. All right, what is everyone else doing? I saw a hard digger. We were from engineers. I probably should have talk about that a little bit. I don't think I was. Yeah. So that seems bad. Nomads have a temple and a stronghold, and they've got some dwellings down, and they've used their stronghold ability, so they're just passing soon. They've got a ton of leech. They're just passing for whatever and taking a coin's action. Nomads are actually kind of in a, well, this is pretty awkward for them. But their economy is actually kind of fine here. You're starting to think this at round 2 essay fire 2 from engineers into a round 3 hard dig. Wasn't basically someone was stream sniping Smooth as far as I can tell. They took a page out of Smooth, or who was that who said they took yeah, Smooth, who took fire 3 round 1 and then hard dug the following. Also Darklings. What actually have Darklings even done? They took a coins action, they advanced shipping, and they bought a priest. Okay, and now they're just digging down more dwellings, and this is just going to be a sanctuary for Water 1. Yeah. Engies can now pass under the TP tile. Oh, hard dig I2 and drop a landscape to town up for a 2 key town. Everyone's game is bad. Let's remember this. My temple decision when we have no coins next round. I think we have coins next round, don't we? Oh no, I need to do my stronghold ability. And then Nomad's passes. I mean, I either have coins or dwelling points. Also, where the hell does this go? If I start throwing dwellings all over the place, I'm never going to be able to town up. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more structures. So I'm building another temple. Do I put it on I2? No. Do I put it on I2? That's really rude. Do I even need that green hex? I actually might want it. Wait, I super don't need that green hex because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. If I want a town up here, 5, 6, 7. I actually need to save my structures. Yeah. Because I would need to also build one here. Okay, I'm gonna go to B4. Oh, Nomad should be passing onto TP tile. Well, engineers are passing here. Me getting any neighbors? I have lots of neighbors. Oh, up here. Yeah. No, because I blocked nomads and engineers. So, joke's on me, I guess. It turns out boxing people in isn't always good. When it takes all of your coins, it means they can't expand to give you adjacency. So, I mean, everything's a double-edged sword in this game. So, engineers pass on temp ship, which means nomads probably take the TP bonus? I mean, either way, I get the dwelling. Yeah, so I just get the dwelling scoring. And you're right that I'm not doing a whole ton next round. So I'm just passing here. I'm taking the dwelling tile. Probably next round's going to look like a trading post, a hard dig, a flight to D1, town up for a coin town. Oh, that's super annoying. Yeah. Anyhow, and then like another trading post somewhere. Send a priest off to air. For a worker and a trickle of power. Convert a worker to a coin if I need to. I mean, yeah, things will be okay. Okay, double dig from engineers. So the reason this is annoying is because it means I now need one extra spade this game. I'll take F9, and then I need to like double dig one of these in a bridge and stuff. So I think I'm building three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm building 3 trading posts this turn. Probably. Darklings are just sanctuarying now for water 1. Tukey Town. No, I'd probably take coins here, presumably. Oh no, they're right. Right, water 1 rushes on. So what am I doing? I am hard digging this. Yeah. Well, the amount of leaks they're giving each other in the south is just absurd. I'm getting like no power here, folks. Another town from NG. Call town? Yeah. Now it's the coins for nomads. So I'm taking a flight here. Then I'm doing a worker conversion to a coin. Doing it here, I suppose. Taking a coin town. And then probably building a trading post here. We'll see. I could build 3 this turn. I need them built for next round anyhow because it's a dwelling round. So it's okay to just evaluate a trading post as 1.5 resource more, because it would have had to have been built next round anyhow. And given that I'm doing a worker to coin conversion this round, I'm okay with converting a worker to 2 coins into power. So building the trading post is okay. It's slightly less efficient because I'm on the dwelling tile. So I'm converting like a worker and a point into 2 coins and a power. But it's still an okay deal. Nomad's probably trading post down here for a town, I'd expect. They also have a cult step they want to use. Yeah. Cult Town actually looks pretty good for them. It's a lot of power. So we do one of these. Town up. Now, that 1 TP is nice because it's free resources. After that, though, passing is attractive if there's something good to pass for, like a points pass tile or a bunch of coins and another coins action, that kind of stuff. So I don't have to build these trading posts. I think if Nomad send a priest to a cult right now, I think passing for 14 coins feels pretty good. Everyone in agreement? Going once, going twice. Motion is carried. Thoughts, chat? Love it, hate it? It's looking a lot like a 2-town game. Two-town game. The cults aren't great, to be perfectly honest. Network might be okay. Given Darklings didn't have an explosive start, engineers aren't connecting, and Nomads have a dwelling stranded, but we'll see. I think this feels like 15 structures. I should be able to squeak out 15. I don't think this is, I'm 14 structures here, and it doesn't feel 16. Maybe it is. Maybe I do build the second temple and a landscape, so I could end the game with, oh no, that would be 15 structures. Yeah, it's probably what it is. It's 15 structures with the landscape. That's my guess here. So I build this temple, and then I build like 3 trading posts, 4 dwellings, and a landscape or something. Maybe I get to 16, I don't know. Of course, towning makes my network, slows down my network. Because if I'm towning, I'm going to be doing more inefficient digs, like a double dig here or a double dig here and a bridge. And a bridge is basically like the equivalent of a spade. So I'm wasting like 2 full spades to just town up with a double dig and a bridge. Now engineers will join me over here, but there's not much. This is not really town material. This could be a location of a future sanctuary, I suppose. If engineers come here and I'm willing to cut them off, is this a sanctuary town? But then that's building a sanctuary, which seems quite ugly. Yeah, losing H8 is annoying. Yeah, it's costs us a spade, so I'll need to dig. As opposed to spending 1 spade on this, I now need to spend 2 spades on this or this. So it's basically it's a 3 worker penalty. Just a second. The cat's screaming at my office door to get out. Next round, if I get a 2-for-1 leech, I will also burn for a bridge. I believe once I take coins, I'll need a 2-for-1 leech to burn for a bridge, and I'll be down to 6 power tokens, if I have that right. All right, so taking coins helps the econ a little bit. Yeah, so a 2-for-1 leech. So I basically just want to build as many trading posts and dwellings this round as I can. This is a dwelling round, so obviously I'm scoring off of the dwellings, and then I need trading posts for every dwelling that I build. Yeah. What? Oh, nomads of 2 shipping. Interesting. You guys feel about a dig advance here? I feel like I'd like to do 3 hard digs here. But I'm actually short a worker. Like 6, 9, 10, 11, 2 trading posts, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? And then my flight. So it'd be 2 TPs, 3 dwellings. Short a worker. Do I have enough priests to connect? Yeah, it's these are questions. It would need to be a priest town or a ship town. Yeah, I might not. A priest town or a ship town. My priest next round, that's 2. I need to come up with 1 more. Assuming I get a town. So I would need to buy a priest next round, 5 power priest, or get on this tile. Like it is a little tricky. It is spicy. I would need, well, 1, 2, 3. This is 3 power. Yeah, for sure. Temple on G9. I was thinking a bridge. I think a bridge is better than just building a sanctuary. A bridge and an SA, which means no dig upgrades. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's probably not correct to do. I think I want to get the leech for the bridge this round if I can. Bridge. And just dig some cheaper hexes, and I'll just double dig G10 or E11. Or sorry, G10 or E10 next round. Maybe for the landscape, for the town. Yeah, I think I like just digging cheaper hexes, not worrying about the dig upgrades. Digging cheaper hexes this round, so I can still get my 3 dwellings out without advancing ship. I think nomads also want to take this stuff, and I think like they want to sandstorm this for a town. So I also just like digging this to stop them from getting another town. Yeah, you don't have to up. What do you mean L4? You said you don't have to up to TE this round? Not sure what that means. Maybe just rephrase if you get a second. You don't have to temple this round. No. Oh, and I want to, yeah, it's not worth it for me to temple this round. If I had, yeah. I mean, I guess I could temple this round. I'd lose the 4 points, but I would gain the air 1 points, but I'd also lose the coin economy, gain a priest. It's interesting. But no, I don't have to temple this round. The plan was just to like build these trading posts and dig down dwellings. Still no power for a bridge, which is super annoying. I'd love for nomads to come to c4 before I dig a5. I'm very ready to do that. I think what I do is I just hard dig down a dwelling here. I've gotten like no leech this game. It's been absurd. I've gotten a trickle of free power basically. Are Darklings at? Oh, they're at 2 ship. Okay, so they're taking this stuff this round. Okay. So I don't mind engineers being on a5 as much. Actually, I was more concerned about Nomad's town. I think I paid for leech once. Yeah, that seems right. So I've gotten like a bunch of free leech here. Some free leech from the sanctuary, like this stuff. And Darklings, I guess, 1. So I think I should just take my bridge now and allow engineers to build a dwelling here. And I don't really care, I think. Someone else could take the bridge, that would be pretty annoying. Should save these stats for Fatty. The thing is, I think if I build a trading post, and then can I hard dig down another dwelling and then use my Witch's Flight to like C2 or something, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and then I would actually build 1 more trading post. So I am doing another hard dig this round. So I can just do it on A5, but I also don't have to, because I don't want to get bridge blocked. I don't know that anyone would, but I can also just double hard dig this and build my dwelling here this round. The problem with that is I'd need another trading post in order to use my Witch's Ride. And if I double hard dig, I'd have to build a dwelling. So depending on what Darklings do this turn, like if they do something else other than build here or advance ship, I could hard dig, decline, build, fly, and then build a trading post. This would actually town me up, and I would probably just take a priest town or something. So I think that's what I do. If Darklings don't, build on E9 or advance ship a third time. Okay, wow. It's fine. I can town up next round. It's actually no better for points, really. Okay. I think I just take my Witch's Flight. My Witch's Ride over here. Passing is interesting here. I'd like another trading post. But just passing for the TP bonus doesn't seem terrible. Yeah, I also have to be careful about G10 and H7. Darklings do need to dig another hex for a southern town, and Nomads could just dig H7 at one shipping. So I could just pass for the trading post bonus. Basically what I'm giving up, I could stay in the round and build a trading post. So right away that's 3 coins better. And then I could hard dig down another dwelling. 6. Yeah. And I could build another trading post, and then I'm done. Well, I could actually work or convert. Yeah, I could actually get out 2 more trading posts and 2 more dwellings this round. The problem is this would be floated a bit, but I guess the backup here is I can actually just Temple and Sanctuary, as you guys have been saying. So the benefit to staying in the round is I think I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 workers and coins. is it's basically 4 points, 4 coins, and let's just say these power are coins. It's 4 points and 6 coins better to stay in the round. Four PV and 6 coins. I would then probably get like, it's hard to say what pastile I would get. Because I think if I Darklings stay in probably and just build out another dwelling. Yeah, maybe even 2 actually. I think they can build 2 dwellings, their power. So they probably do that. So they're in for 2 more turns. So I wonder if I can stall for Darkling's pastile, because I can do a bunch of turns. The question is, are engineers going to stay in the round long enough so that when Darklings are ready to pass in 2 turns from now, 2 to 3, engineers are still in the round? Well, what can engineers do? 1 shipping. Not a ton, really. I mean, they can build trading posts and stuff. They don't have water 1, they're not really incentivized to. Maybe what I'm talking myself into is staying in the round. I think that's what I'm talking myself into. And if I have to temple and sanctuary here, I just will. And if I just get to dig these hexes, then I just will. Well, then I'll decide if I want a double hard dig versus a sanctuary. I think one mistake I may have made this round is it's possible that, like, I know it seems weird, like, be in this position to be considering, like, trying to slow down another player, but I think taking E10 would have just been fairly annoying to Darklings, and it would stop them from getting 3 dwellings out in a dwelling round. So that's like 2 workers and 9 points. I think I was supposed to just double dig E10. I had a chance, so I should have hard dug, declined, and then flew there. Like when I had 2 turns of tempo ahead of Darklings. But the moment they dug E9, I couldn't safely like hard dig E10. They could have dug it to blue, and it would have been like kind of a disaster. So yeah. Okay, so engineers are just building trading posts. So now Darklings could take a worker action and then convert 2 power to 2 coins, or do it all in one. Like they could just burn a power token and then convert 5 power to a worker and 2 coins and build A10. I'm pretty sure they do one of those. So I think they stay. It's a 3-point dwelling that comes with no econ, so it's just a points thing at this point. But I think they probably stay in the round for another turn. Yeah, Darklings kind of got out of a tough spot. I think Darklings have another town coming in. Yeah. Hopefully Darkling stays in the round because they're not incentivized to pass. So they just want to build a dwelling. Hopefully they do it in the slowest possible way, which is by taking a worker's action. Hopefully engineers don't have enough moves. Okay, this is annoying. Nope. Really no way Darklings wanted to be... I guess they just really wanted the coins. All right, so I think I'm just passing for the dwelling tile. I've stayed in enough. That was a lot of risky stuff. So I'm getting 6 power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would allow me to take a power action. I can accept leech. So I just pass in this state. I just grab the dwelling bonus, and it's pretty fine. So I think what I do here is I build a temple for air 1, down convert, and then if single spade comes back to me, I take it and I get a landscape down. It's an expensive town. Bingo. All right. Yeah, I mean, no apology needed. So it's a good thing to talk about. Stronghold for dwellings can be bad if you don't get an early coin action. Is a L4 is a dwelling needed? Let's talk about sanctuary for dwellings in a second because it's interesting to chat about the open. I think it was Could have been decent here. Was never ideal. Could have been decent. And then some things kind of broke / played not that great, and so it was like fine, but nothing special, kind of, is sort of my interpretation. So the line for 2 more towns here is as follows. A sanctuary for fire 2. Not in this order, mind you. Sanctuary for fire 2. Single spade for landscape, which is actually what we would do right now. 2 trading posts, both of which are expensive. And then a dwelling here. The dwelling is free because I fly. The landscape costs nothing. Assume all of this power is the spade for the landscape. So I basically need a sanctuary, 2 expensive TPs, and 3 ship upgrades. Assume that the second town is just a ship town. So we're not counting the final town's economy, but we're also only saying I need 2 ship upgrades. So I need this. I'm coin short, effectively, by 6 coins. So it's a little tricky because basically I have everything here. It's just the fact that like I don't have adjacency, so these are going to be expensive trading posts. So I'm effectively short 6 coins. So I'm short 6 coins. Power Town is 4 coins. This is a half a coin. So I'm short a coin and a half. Fire 2 is no coins. So. Question is am I getting the coins? And is it worth taking like 4 points of leech to get an 11-point town? Alternately, I can basically just single spade down a landscape here where it's inefficient for Darklings, take a priest town, upgrade ship 3 times, and fight network better because I'm not building a sanctuary. So it would be worst case I can get power by which is landscape. It seems very not worth it. It also hurts my ability to defend network. Because what I really want to do is just get down all this stuff. So I'm short 3 power. And it would actually get down 2 trading posts. I'd be left with a dwelling, a temple, and 2 temples. I don't think it's correct, guys. I think I just take a ship town. Or I take a priest town. This allows me to just get down to 2 structures. It allows me to take a higher VP town. So I have basically 2 call points. an 18 network and I pass for 8. I'm doing 3 ship advances, 4 air 1 points, water 1, water 1. Ugh. That's pretty bad. So at 3 ship, I would fly to H1, and then I would build on A1, and then I need no more digs. So I would just need to build a dwelling, 2 trading posts where I have neighbors, 1, 2. So it's 2 trading posts paying for a dwelling and paying for 3 ship upgrades. It's 3 priests and 20 coins and 5 workers. So again, it's water 1, ship, ship, ship. Pass for 4 on air 1, pass for 8, 18 network, 0 resource, sitting at 82, cults are 2. I think that hasn't calced yet, but it's 129, yeah. So, well, do I not have a, oh, I don't have a dwelling yet, so I need to give people power. I will give nomads inefficient power. I'll fly here just to lock this up, just in case engineers 2 ship and try to mess with it. So it's like, yeah, so fly here. I will trading post, I don't know, somewhere, build here, and then upgrade ship 3 times. And then try not to come in 4th. So Darklings just win this. Engineers have 8, 16, I don't know how this resolves. Let's give them 24. Let's give everyone like, let's be liberal with their points. Let's say engineers actually have 28 resource, or 28 cult. And they have no network. They have no towns coming in. Yeah, they're just building temples. They can build some dwellings, maybe. I don't really know what they're doing with their resources. I'm muttering and making it up. Trading posts don't do anything. They don't have water 1. They're out of temples to build. They don't have any axes to build on. They upgrade digs twice. They win all the cults. So I think I beat engineers here. I just lose to Darklings, and nomads are, let's be generous with them, second, first, second. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 20 cult. My moves aren't going to matter, so I'm just going to do all the things anyhow. Nomads have no towns coming in. They build 2 TPs and 2 dwellings probably. That's 6 workers and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coins and a dig. Or they ship to a free yellow. It's a little tricky. So maybe they don't, but let's pretend they do. And that's all their resources, and then they pass for 8. And then let's say they get seconds. Let's say they win 1, and then they hold second. And they're 79, and then they get a bunch of network points, we'll pretend. Let's say they tie, say they beat Darklings. It's network. All right. So nomads have the capacity to beat me if they manage to come in second in network, get out 2 TPs, 2 dwelling. Yeah, they can't do all that. So I beat Nomads here. So I'm just coming in second behind Christie, I assume. I don't really know what Darklings... Oh, they temple because it's worth points. They TP and they 2 dwelling. They do 2 dwellings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workers. They kind of have that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's tight. So they probably temple dwelling. Am I beating NGs for sure? I haven't figured out what to do with their points. No. So I just converted all of this to 2 dig upgrades and gave them 0 network and 32 cult. So I gave them 32 plus 12. I mean, they don't have water 1, and they have no hexes to build dwellings on for earth 1 points, and they have no more towns coming in, and they have no more temples to build. So if all they do is convert their resources into 12 points, which seems very generous, I think I still beat them. And this is, yeah, if they just win all the cults. So I don't know. I'm just sort of making a best case scenario, but I think they probably do win all the cults. Nomads might not be able to do 2 TPs and 2 dwellings, and it's a temple round. So Nomads might just temple for a 3-step. I've sort of been calculating all of these players at like best case scenario. So yeah, we are at like 129. And what I'm saying is like best case scenario engineers aren't that. Yeah, it is kind of a weird line for them. Like, I would kind of be stuck too with them. Like, they're just done. They have the cults. They want the game to be over, and they have these resources. They don't have water 1, so just building TPs doesn't help. And they don't have free hexes to, like, build dwellings. They're not contesting networks. There's no point to, like, eco another dwelling through a weird hard dig. Like, so, yeah, some people don't really think about that often. If you're kind of stuck and you're in a position like that, probably one of the best point conversions is just if you can just upgrade digs twice and pass at the end of the game, when you're sort of in these weird states of like, okay, I'm all done the game, I have nothing else to do, but I still have some stuff. Usually dig advance is pretty good. It's almost, think of it almost like inherent built-in scoring that all factions have. We probably don't do it enough as a community. But I don't know how this network fight is going, because I don't... What did Nomads do? They did build a TP. Yeah, Halflings and Swarmlings are better at it, yeah. Halflings and Swarmlings are best at it. Nomads can actually be very good at it, because they have great worker economy. They just tend to not need it, because they have a stronghold. But... and then I'd say probably the next best factions are probably Witches and Cultists contextually. So like if Witches D-Rush or Stronghold or do something that's very like heavy worker stuff. Cultists, if they're just getting jacked from like a lot of cults. That's good for them. So I will just give... Who can I give Leech to? I can give a 4 for 3 and a free power. I think I don't mind giving a free power to Nomads and a 4 for 3 to Engineers. I don't think they can do anything with it. And this is better than this. All of these give a free power to Nomads. The question is, do I want to offer a 5 for 4 to Darklings? I think I actually do prefer that. I don't know. Maybe Darklings actually would take like a worker's action and eco to Stronghold. Let's do this. Okay. So he took the power. All right. I don't know what he's up to. He or she. I don't know. They have one shipping. I guess they can hard dig a dwelling here with those workers. Yeah, 8 resources for 6 points is better. A lot of plays we don't take into account network consideration. Yeah, exactly. So, and network itself is usually worthwhile just to build at least dwellings. If you just have free dwellings on your board, to just build them, even if they're not worth points. It's not a dwelling round, you're not a dwelling tile, you're not worth 1. Like, even if none of those, usually just building dwellings is better for network. But if you're not connected, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh, Darkwings have a town coming in. So they can take a. So they have the workers for a temple and a trading post. And they have coins for that. So they can take they can air 1 and town. That's pretty nice for them. I'm just gonna do this. I'm actually gonna upgrade ship first. There's actually a weird chance that I don't need to build this last dwelling. Oh, it's still a point because I'm on the dwelling tile. Oh, I forgot to add in my dwelling points here, didn't I? Maybe not. I was probably adding them in. Pass for 4, pass for 8. Shipping, air 1. And then network. And then 4. I don't know. That included the 8 points for passing. It's been kind of well, it hasn't actually been a slow game. It's under 2 hours. It just kind of feels slow. This has not been like a very good Witches game, obviously, but at the same time, like, a lot of my moves have kind of felt like I sort of knew what I was going to do. Like, I didn't have that many options, so I kind of just like locked in my turns. It's one of those weird games where like not that much has changed for me once I've done the math. Like, yeah, sort of waiting for people to play so I can take my next action. So I think I lost 4 victory points to Leech this game. 3 for 2 here, and a 3 for 2 here. Oh, and I got a 2 for 1, I bet. I don't want that. Oh, it's a 3 for 2. I think this is just air 1. And then it's a trading post for them. So I wonder if Darklings take... There's no way they can get another structure out, right? After their TP. Taking a worker town. Oh, I guess a worker town, and they'd have a dig left. Yeah, they probably do that, and then get out another dwelling if it's worth it, so they can end with 4 structures. Because they beat Nomad's network. Oh, Nomads can get 1 structure down, so they tie Nomads. That's hilarious. I would never thought going into this game, Darklings getting worker blocked in round 1 will tie Nomad's network. So I think that's what it is. I think it's 3-point TP, it's work town, dwelling on A11 or something. Yeah. And then so they'll get 9 network points. Oh, they got worker blocked in round 2. Yeah. Yeah, they MacGyvered themselves out of some stuff. Gotta say. So I might not need to build this last dwelling, but I just get to go peace of mind here because this dwelling would just convert to a resource point, and I'm on the dwelling pass tile, so I will just build the A11 dwelling, even though it doesn't do anything for us. So Darklings took the 9 town. Oh, okay, right. This is a worker, I bet. So it's like, so they have 4 points coming in, and then 9 network. They pass for 4. They have 114, and they have 2 on cults. I think that's 100. Yeah. So I think they beat me, but I think it's very close. So I just botched this game, basically. So in round 2, I almost got a coins action because I thought Nomads might take double dig in round 2. I think there was a moment where I was like, am I getting a coins action? I think I would have had to burn below 6, but then I would have had a temple in round 2. And like, I think with, just to go back to deranged earlier point about stronghold for dwellings, is it good? If based on how the pass tiles had broken, I passed on to the 6 coin tile or the 4 coin tile in the cult step, and then got a coin action around 2 and got a dwelling for water 1, and then flew and then just passed. The game's a lot different, basically. So it's like you're basically going all in on workers. Is how to think about sort of like your stronghold for dwelling, because you're spending your initial power from your temp ship on a workers action to build dwellings, which are just producing workers. So so you're out of power, and so now you need to wait for your next bunch of power to get coins. And in round 2, I didn't. I had to hard dig because Nomads had a stronghold out, and then I just basically flew and kind of passed. So it wasn't until round 3 that I got a temple, but I didn't get a coins action there as well. I also took that double dig, which might have been incorrect. I could have just taken a coins action, done a SA town up here, and then just like hard dig. Maybe that would have changed quite a bit. It's hard to say, but okay. So I think yes. So the big decision in this game was, of course, the opening. Was the opening like do I do, like single spade and just start with a temple? Do I do yes, temple single spade? I just go with the temple opening. Do I do the stronghold for dwelling opening, which involves buying a worker's actions? Like that's a key decision point. Second key decision point was in round round 3, taking there was two key things. One, I could have taken a coins. Oh no, I didn't have a coins action in round 3. The coins got taken again. So, but I used my power that round that could have been coins the following round, and instead I took a double dig and a dig round. So I think that's also a key decision. Like I didn't get coins in round 1 or in round 2, and then round 3 I spent the only power I had on spades, so I had to start all over again. I didn't get a coins action until round 5, I believe. So taking double dig in round 3, and then yes, building a temple for water 1 versus just 2 TPs and delaying my temple another round. So you think double digging in the dig round was fine? So those are all the key decisions that I can think of. So if I lose a game, usually what I try to do is think about all the key decisions, which are like decisions that don't seem obvious, where there's actually paths, and it's like, which of those were wrong? So if you lose the game, it's because of those key decisions, you took the incorrect one. B, you got the auction wrong. Or C, in some instances, you primarily make large decisions, but things don't sort of break your way, or you don't pass on time. People take one power action when they should have taken another, and then another power action should have come to you. So sort of like, bad breaks kind of stuff. I think it was, the breaks were average, I don't feel like I was particularly punished this game for any reason. So I think it was probably some of those 3 or 4 key decisions, but I don't really know which ones, obviously, because I stand behind the decisions. The temple instead of the TP might have been an issue, though. Maybe, yeah. Having no priest production is rough. I mean, I only ended up sending a priest to a cult for a worker and 2 power and some points here. But, like, delaying temples also just isn't a ton of fun. And I kind of recovered by, like, the next round. I did a single worker conversion. Towned up for a coin town, built a bunch of TPs, passed for 7 coins, and took a coin action. So, like, I don't know that delaying a temple another round would have helped. But you think the double dig was fine. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, H8, blocking Darklings on E10, that's another thing, right? Like, I ended up doing a double dig, so why not just double dig on E10 and reverse my last, like, some of the decisions I made in the last 2 rounds, just change the order of them. There's a double dig sitting here, so why not just double dig on E10 instead? And that slows Darklings down a bit. Chickening out over 3 towns, right? I guess one bad break thing, it would be that, like, I could have done the towns if there was a coin town sitting there, but there wasn't. There was only a power town. So if there was a coin town, then I could have 3-towned this game. I still would have won network, so I would have had network 15. And it would have been a coin town and a ship town. I don't know. I lost 4 VP. I mean, I also just didn't get a ton of leech. Well, I feel like I actually probably got decent leech. It was just very efficient. Actually, yeah. I actually got okay leech this game. It just didn't feel like it because I wasn't clicking buttons. And it didn't come at opportune times. It was a dribble here and there. How did I miss H8? It was sort of intentional. Like, it wasn't like I didn't see it. I was doing other things. I was double digging E5. So in the dig round, in round 3, I took Act 6 because I got coin blocked. And so I wanted to take some power action now that I'd saved my power. So fair enough. I've, so far, only been discussing 2 options. Double digging E5 or not double digging at all. And instead, like, just using my power as coins. But there is a third option where I do double dig, but I just don't box nomads in. So I could have had 2 hexes. Now, it means a later sanctuary or a bridge or, there's downstream implications of all of that. And there wasn't a big building event until like in the later rounds, there wasn't a big building tiles. Like, you know, Sanctuary is gross and stuff. But in round 3, I could have opened up a second hex. So what I would have done, as opposed to boxing nomads in, I would have done D1, H8, built on H8, and then probably flown to D1. And that's how I would have got. So I gave it up, essentially. Okay, it's probably worse because I can't make a coin town. Yeah. Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Yeah, I've had really good games with Stronghold 4 dwellings. Like, it was like, I don't know, probably a month ago now, but it was like kind of earlier on in the season, and a bunch of you guys were on seeing this, and like everything kind of just like broke well. And it was like, I opened Stronghold 4 dwellings, I just cut a ton of leech, I passed on to the 6 coin tile, someone was supposed to take coins in round 2 and they didn't, so I just got coins, and I got the Priest to Air. And so like I did this really beefy worker opening and still managed to like end the second round by getting a temple for water 1 and having like a handful of coins left. Like, it was just, you know, I was getting lots of leech and early coins, and I think I got another coins action in 4. Like, you just feel it, right? Like, with that kind of stuff. So Stronghold 4 Dwelling, I think, is a really solid opening. Didn't fit the track here super well. It's good. I would probably park it in kind of like a high risk, high reward kind of opening, because you're kind of going all in on workers. And so it's like the degree to which Stronghold 4 Dwelling is good is dependent on how quickly you've made yourself vulnerable, and you just need to get a coins action really quickly, basically. Yeah, for sure, Smooth. It's huge, especially early, right? But yeah, the pass tiles as well, right? Like, people don't think about it that much. Like, everyone finishes their round, and in round 1, people tend to just do all the things they want to do. They don't really think about passing tempo that much because round 1's so impactful. And so everyone finishes their round, and then one person goes to pass, and they just get to pass on 4+1 coin in a cult step, or 7 coins, and someone else has to pass on to worker power, right? It's like you feel that, if not in round 2, downstream. So a huge amount can change in like the early to mid game based on just how some of that passing stuff breaks down. Yeah, which you can definitely keep an eye on sort of in the mid game. It can make sense definitely to like not take all of your actions and pass earlier and stuff like that. It's always kind of hard in round 1 because most people have their eyes on an opening, or should, and you should more or less just like execute it. If you're on temp ship, you should probably just like build the dwellings that you can reach, and not like think about passing early. And then so sometimes there can just be a bit of like luck of like, all right, I'm done using temp ship, I'm out of resources, I guess I need to pass. Oh look, there's 5 coins sitting there I can jump onto, that kind of thing. So I think Stronghold 4 Dwellings is one of those openings that is very, very strong if like you can also make sure you're getting onto that coin pass tile into round 2 and or getting a coins action, or both, that kind of thing. I've also, the last thing I'll say about it, also for games that just have lots of coins in them, so if there's like a mid-game temple event that you can abuse a little bit, that can be really good. So if you end up passing on to the priest or getting a ton of leech and buying a priest, sending it to air, that kind of stuff, like getting an injection of coins in like round 3 or something through a temple event can also be another way. But like either way, like you tend to need like a good fuel of coins a little bit earlier than you otherwise would with it. Also probably crush this game if NG upgrade E8 instead of F6 or G4. I'm sorry, I'm so slow with hex numbers. E8. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, it's a good point. The beautiful thing about Witch's Stronghold is that if it's in the middle of a leech party, you're getting 3 for 2s and not 2 for 1s, and there's a huge difference in that. You feel it. Like, the power you get from people building next to a level 3 structure is enormous. Yeah, no development around this. So a big blast of expensive leech in the first 2 rounds would have been pretty dreamy, for sure. Yeah, but anyhow, fun. It was a good one. Surprised Darklings got out of this mess that they kind of created for themselves so quickly. I also don't really know what player this is, because I think it must be an alt, or someone is just brand new to BGA and has only played 13 games and is 600 rated all of a sudden. I don't know. I don't know who this is. It must be an alt. Yeah, they'd be deep finesse. This was a pretty tough table. And they just like destroyed Jesse G, me, and Rafa. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know who this player is, but they're definitely good. Very strong. So I hope we get to play them again. Anyhow, folks, I'm out of here. I'm super exhausted, so I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out and chat and chatting through all of these pieces. It's always fun to like do the post game and get so much good feedback from you guys and stuff. Really appreciate it. So, yeah. Thanks again, everyone. It was a marathon day today, Deranged, and thanks again for doing the stream with me, Roy. It was a lot of fun. Cool. I'll wrap it up for now, guys. I'll be streaming probably later on in the week, and not sure yet about Open Table, so I'll have to let you folks know in the Discord when that's happening. All right, I'm out. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a good night. Bye for now.